If you're wondering if you should break up your YouTube channel into multiple channels varying by topic, and also how specific should each channel be, check out this video. Hey, it's Michelle Osorio with Dare to Dream School. I'm here to help you take your business and personal brand and scale it using the power of online video. And today I'm here with Robb from VidIQ, and we're going to answer some really important questions that I hear from a lot of you, which is that really tough topic of when should I break up my channel into multiple channels depending on the topic?
That is an interesting question which a lot of video creators have a challenge with. It's a dilemma sometimes from day one. And I think the biggest question I would always ask myself is the channel about me, my personality, my brand, my whole business value proposition, or is it about a particular topic? What you will find with how-to channels is that the hero of the content becomes, whether it's the device you're talking about or the game that somebody's playing. But if you target your video, your channel in a completely different way, if you start a channel where you're in front of camera and people become attached to you as a person, then that could have a big influence on whether or not you decide to do another channel. Because sometimes people subscribe to a channel because they want to get answers to questions. Other times people subscribe to a channel for the person. They become invested in you as the instructor or the gamer or the entertainer. So it can be a case of sticking everything on one channel. You build up that channel and then you take that creator on the journey where you want to go. Or if you want to be really siloed and you want to have specific teaching courses, gaming courses, sports channels, then it might be a good idea to start multiple channels. But there's always a challenge there when you start a new video, start a new channel. You're starting from scratch.
Right.
And you're almost having to double your resources. Like, you're going to have to create new branding for the new channel. You're going to have to think about, if your posting schedule is the same, you may have to double the output of your video content. So there's always a lot of interesting, minute questions which are going to be very different for each individual.
Right, but to play devil's advocate there, even though it's a lot more work now to create a second or third channel, there is a lot of talk about how you also have the potential, though, to scale that channel much faster because it's so specific.
Yeah, and one of the things we emphasize with new video creators is they often have a scattergun approach where we're doing audits here at VidCon, and the person I just audited did vlogs, spoken word, and wedding videos all on one channel. So like completely diverse content, and we could quickly identify which of the videos were very successful on each channel. And I was saying to him, okay, you're going to have to make a decision here. You need to follow the course which your audience is driving. So you may do, and it was spoken word. And I said, so in the future, once you've built up that audience, you may want to start a second channel so that you can then explore your other avenues of interest. But also what you might want to do is test these other topics on your main channel. Because sometimes you may find that there is an audience for it. And I think it's always a good idea, even with a channel that you already have well established, to test things out, because who knows, you may be missing out on opportunities. So that different piece of content, if it works really well, then maybe start a new channel.
Right, okay. So I want to give you a couple of scenarios here that might apply and get your expert opinion. Okay, so one example is me. So other than this channel, Dare to Dream School, I have an old entertainment channel that has some very successful videos. So I'm a filmmaker, but also a musician, and when I make web series or music videos that are video games in real life, like narrative, they have done really, really well. But I am really inspired by people like Peter Hollins and Working with Lemons. Now those people have been able to take video games and bring them to real life, but they have also been able to go into other territories, such as musicals and cartoons, and bringing those into real life. However, I have been really struggling with that. When I try to venture away from video games and over to cartoon territory, Disney in real life or something like that, even though they've had great success, for me, those videos have done very poorly. So do I have two options then? Is one to make a second channel for cartoons in real life, or to try to drive it more towards a personal brand so that I'm the unifying theme? And how can that be done?
So it's a good point that you talk about a unifying theme. I guess the question is, working with Lemons and Peter Hollins, why do you watch their content? Are you watching them for the music or the Disney characters, or are you watching it because it's them that are doing the content?
Right.
And that's where I think the distinction is. As I say, we find this a lot in how-to and instructional content. People want an answer to a question. They don't really care about who's the person creating the content. And they may subscribe, but they'll never watch another video. So I guess you'll be able to find that out by how the audience engages with you. Plus, do those other channels also have maybe vlog content or content that engages with their community outside of their big viral musical videos?
Okay, that's great. So Peter Hollins doesn't. He's just music videos, nothing else. But working with Lemons does.
Yes.
Although recently they just broke out their vlogs into a new channel. See, so things seem to be heading in that direction.
Yeah.
So I'm at this crossroads, and I'm sure a lot of people are at that crossroads where they're trying to figure out these two topics seem kind of related, and yet should I break out? So there's another Robb at VidIQ. He's the CEO, and I was watching a panel where he talked about how, for instance, the vegan theme is too broad. He was answering a viewer's question, a person in the audience's question, and they had a vegan channel. He said, that's too broad, you should get specific. Is it vegan recipes, and recipes for what? So let's say somebody has a vegan channel and they do want to get more specific. If they had one that was about vegan desserts and then say vegan health, do you think that would work as one channel, or it should be two separate channels?
That's a really tough question. I guess the question I would ask back to you is, what sort of subscriber size are we talking about here? Are we talking about a channel with millions of subscribers, or are we talking about a channel with a few thousand subscribers? Because I think there's probably a big difference between a decision to be made there. I think if this channel is maybe less than 100,000 subscribers, then maybe they don't have enough of an audience to build out a second channel. But once you've got millions of people invested in your content, you can almost bring a few 100,000 of them onto a new specific topic and have that channel already growing. Whereas momentum might be a lot more difficult if you're bringing a few hundred subscribers away onto a specific channel.
That's really helpful, actually. Yeah. Now, the person who asked this in the panel, I don't know how many subscribers they had, but that's really helpful, I think, because there is this idea that you want to niche down as much as possible when you're just starting out. So perhaps that is the answer, and maybe that's why working with Lemons and Peter Hollins, like I said, they've got a few million subscribers. They can broaden a little bit their topics. So I guess it does. So it depends on the size of your channel, how much momentum you have, right? And okay.
I think the two primary questions I would ask myself if I wanted to start a new channel is, do I feel as if my community and my audience is ready for a new topic venture, and will I be able to bring enough of that audience onto a new channel so that I'm not starting with 0 subscribers and 0 views? And I think you're probably 2, 3, 4 years into your YouTube journey at that point, and I think you'll be able to make a pretty good informed decision. I mean, just going back to you, like, you're wrestling with this question. So how big is your channel at the moment? And when you say you've had videos that have gone viral or done really well, what sort of views numbers are we talking about?
So I have about 45,000 subscribers, but my channel's very old. So what I would do is I would come in, I would make a project. It might go viral, it might not, and then I just left my channel for dead. Don't do that.
Yeah, so you
That's
have
a don't do that
scenario. Of although you have 45,000 subscribers, how many actual invested core audience members do you have? And yes, you may be able to have viral videos, but is that just a video in one instance, or is it part of a broader theme of popular videos? And you'll only find that out if you're able to double down on that content, and then you have repeat viewers coming back into your content, looking at the analytics, seeing how many subscribers watch your videos, how many unique viewers you have. So let's say you have one viewer is watching 3 or 4 of your videos. That means you've got an invested viewer as well. And again, so that's again investing in the content and the person, not just that one moment of viral, stupendous. I've lost my train of thought as well. One viral moment.
Right. Okay, that's really helpful. And then finally, I wanted to talk about Evan Carmichael, because he's the one who gave me that idea in the first place of breaking up into multiple channels. Now, he has a huge following, of course. He makes these motivational videos, if you haven't heard of him. And I got the idea in my head because a while back, he did a consultation with Monster Media, gosh, is it Little Monster Media, I believe, and he shared this consultation online, and based on their recommendation, he actually built out a lot, I think it was 5 or 6 channels, and then he took every series in his original channel, and that series got its own channel, so he's known for his top 10, but each sort of thing he would do, he just dedicated a channel to it. But you're saying that perhaps that's something you should wait to do until you have a huge audience.
Evan's quite a unique video creator in that he pushes out 3 to 5 pieces of content every single day. So by the end of the week, he's already got 30 or 40 videos, and for most people, that's just not sustainable. So it's almost like I have so much content, I need to put it somewhere, and I think putting so much content on one channel may have an impact. So I can see why a larger channel or a business or you look at, for example, T-series or any of the big movie industries, they'll silo their content into one. But I think for the individual video creator, unless you're able to push out at least one piece of content every single day, I wouldn't recommend it.
Okay. So obviously, Rob knows what he's talking about. He's here with VidIQ. You should definitely check out VidIQ's YouTube channel as well. And if you want to learn more about VidIQ and how it's a software tool that lets you get more views in less time, make sure you check out this next video where I ask Rob the hard-hitting questions. No, I'm not sponsored, so you know I'm going to give you the honest review on that. So check out this next video. See you later, Dare to Dreamers.